you're here early, sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a fuck what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just gotta toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a fucking co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a goddamn mouth like the big guy and can fucking talk all day long. Now let me concentrate on this game, whooping this little bella ass.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up. And let me do my thing.
Live from somewhere, it's
Dillon.
Welcome back to another episode of Cohost Auditions with our good buddy Ryback. This is the third episode with him, and he was kind enough to give us an opening for the show where he insists he doesn't need a fucking co-host, but we know better over here, don't we? Because we see what you're doing, Ryback, and this is barely a show that you're perpetrating over here. Let's go ahead and share that stream. Today's episode is from yesterday. He is streaming 5 days a week at some point. He plugs his show streaming Monday through Friday, but he never, ever plugs the time. So just stare at your computer screens until Ryback goes live, unlike here at Cohost Auditions, where we go live now at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Just a little bump from 11 a.m. Eastern as a suggestion from a viewer who is watching something else that's been going on since 8 in the morning. And hopefully you can make it to this stream more often at the beginning. Going to 11:30 gives me more of an opportunity to get a task done in the morning, which I did not do at all. I just stayed up later last night. And that's what I did with my extra 30 minutes this morning was get up.
James, welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hey, Ryback.
He's gotten rid of his headphones. I miss your headphones already. The way you wear them like this, Ryback. What's the matter? You don't need to hear your own voice. It's more important to hear the callers. It's important for the listeners to hear the callers properly, too, which is why any ranked amateur has their phone through their computer and software, so it sounds just like a radio show. You have less production value in your phone callers than a 1950s call-in show, Ryback.
How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing really good after this show is over.
That LED, that TV screen bugs the hell out of me behind him. That should be a poster instead of a television screen. It looks very odd. I don't think he's made any changes to his background since the last time we saw. We've got a Ryback cardboard cutout there with a T-shirt on. I'm not sure if that's his Feed Me More brand. We'll go ahead and assume it is. Feed that cardboard cutout more.
Nice. I just found out. I hope you and Goldberg have a good fight this year. I hope you and...
Not gonna happen. Ryback doesn't exactly live in reality. He believes that Vince McMahon, Elon Musk, and all the billionaires have teamed up against him to get him his tweets not to be seen. Not the fact that he was popular to a niche audience for about a year, maybe two, and that has since waned. Ryback doesn't know how fame works. People who were famous back in 2014 aren't famous anymore. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
You and Goldberg should fight.
No, thank you. That's the goal. That is the goal, and I appreciate some of you guys making really, really cool edits that you were making, and
edits.
We will see what
edits made with lead
happens, and what is I really, the timing of everything is very good, and I put it on my Twitter earlier. There's been a breakthrough.
I started tagging Ryback in these co-host auditions. I wouldn't be surprised if I am blocked by the end of this episode.
For me personally,
Ari Jane was quite open to it. Ari Jane would like an associate producer. We'll see how that goes. Updates coming soon.
Shoulder, the scar tissue that I told you guys that has been stuck around my scapula and rhomboid, that's holding onto my scapula.
Rhomboid.
That has just started finally breaking up after like the 10 weeks of wet cupping. That tissue started breaking up on Sunday. And so Sunday and yesterday, I got
wet cupping. Is that similar to the fire cupping on the back?
Got a lot, and it's still not released, but it's breaking, and it happens in layers. So that I'm like,
as Ryback mentioned, he is really going for Goldberg this year. Goldberg being very intelligent, getting a bidding war going for his final match with WWE, AEW, talking about doing it himself, and he's an industrial fellow. He might be able to get it. But what has Goldberg been saying to Ryback about this challenge that Ryback has thrown down?
Leave me the fuck alone!
That is what the response that Goldberg has had to Ryback.
Like, shoulder feels very, very good, though. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how my workout is today with the movement. But it's happening.
I didn't go over the premise of the show, did I? I am a second mic looking for my first mic. I am Dillon. Here we are 7 minutes into the show. I did it well yesterday and I think the day before, but I didn't introduce the premise of the show at the beginning. Co-host auditions, where I am the second mic. Ryback is the first mic. Let's see how this audition goes. Ryback, what the fuck were you talking about again?
It's everything. I keep putting pressure on myself and going every day, and I really am. It's just crazy how the timing of everything is lining up. So
I put pressure on myself too in this type of fashion and this type of motion. That's some good pressure.
We'll see what happens.
That's good. Are you gonna what company are you gonna join?
Good. I wish this guy was Richard Christie. Good, Ryback. Well, what about Big John Studd and the Iron Sheik?
This year,
we're gonna have to wait and see, brother, on everything. I got to get cleared first here, and then we got to see what I got to see. Me and Goldberg hopefully can have a sit down.
I've got to have a discussion with Garth about what he thinks with Ryback.
You're a freak with a microphone.
See, Garth, I don't see a microphone here. Is Ryback just talking into his computer? I swear I've seen him have a microphone, and maybe his equipment just broke down and he's having another show for his tens of fans. Ryback does have thousands of fans, maybe millions, but they're being blocked by the billionaires who won't let his tweets and his YouTube be seen by all those people.
And
I love people who make me seem mentally well. Thank you, Ryback.
See where everything is possibly at on that. And we have to see, because I know from who I talk to, he's talking to a lot of people as far as WWE, AEW. And he'd be foolish not to. I think he's just kind of sitting back and he's weighing out all his options and seeing what is available, what's not available. And, obviously, and then seeing if he does it on his own. And so he's going to be the one at the end of the day that makes the call on that. And I'll be.
Yep. His Ryback weighing option is coming in, not weighing a lot.
Fine either way. I just think it makes the most sense. And I want it more than anyone. And if I have anything to say about it, I want to make it happen. But he's the one that has to have the final say. So
that's pretty good. I always like to see you in different kind of companies.
Let's see what Goldberg and a stadium full of Goldberg's fans think about Ryback's challenge. They're laughing at you, big guy. Are you going to let him get away with that? You better just assault him on the street since he's laughing at you to have a match. He would be just as injured if he had a match with you as if you come up behind him and hit him with a bottle in the head. That is how safe Ryback is. No one came to Ryback's defense when CM Punk called him unsafe and stupid. No one. Not even Daniel Bryan, who had his back for like 6 months. Even he threw in the Ryback towel.
Companies, because I know because you didn't go out at WWE, but WWE doesn't like you that much. I don't know why, but I'm thinking about you should join AEW or Impact Wrestling because there's a lot of good guys.
That's what he thinks too.
Or something, fight for someone. If Goldberg joins those, then should be good with Goldberg on that kind of shows, right?
We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm not too worried about anything though. I think everything's going to work out the way that it's supposed to work out. So.
Yeah, how's your Tuesday going?
It's going good, buddy. Going good. I always appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead, though. I'm going to bring on another caller here, keep the show flowing with everything. And I always appreciate the support. All right.
Yeah, you too, bro.
All right, James. You take care.
Okay. Here's my prediction of this next caller. Are you going to give us a nice Gary Delabate there, Ryback?
Hello. Guess who?
Give us a hello, Ryback. Give it to us.
Good deal. Thank you, James. Good to see all of you guys. Hello.
Yes! Points. Drink. Hello.
This is a switch bike. This is a switch bike. No.
My switch bike has a wiener coming up at the bottom. That's how you identify a sub or a switch bike. That's an Always Sunny gag, isn't it? Yeah, Mac had his workout bike that fucked him in the ass. I gotta watch more Sunny. I'm a few seasons behind.
Let me take a look. Welcome everybody on Twitter Spaces. I did forget to bring the woman I wanted to talk to with her kid. He's not on yet. Ragav. Hello.
I've just got to have my hand over the hello button, don't I?
Hello. Guess who?
I just have to have that hovering.
How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the Ryback Show. What's on your mind today?
I got a hat on my mind.
I'm doing great, thank you.
Fuck yeah, Chip.
I'm not one to prey on somebody's downfall here, but that's it's karma what's happening to Chase, So
yeah, we don't even have to say his name. It's all coming together.
We don't have to say the name of my stalker, whose name I've said over and over again and put in the titles of my videos. 5 stars on deterring this stalker by giving him attention on your show. And I guess we'll have to go back to Ryback's page. There is a bunch of episodes named Chase this, Chase that.
So you act like that, you're gonna.
Yeah, for those who have not been paying attention to Ryback, and why wouldn't you? Because of all the tens of thousands of fans that he has, they're being suppressed by Vince McMahon, the evil billionaire. Chase is a stalker. I missed out on a lot of the Chase drama. And Ryback actually put off a call to the FBI. He's got the FBI involved. This guy has gotten so deranged and scary. And that's our buddy Chase, who Ryback is giving attention to over and over again.
There's going to be ramifications and repercussions, and he's about to find out. So.
Yeah, well, I sent out a tweet a while ago. I wanted to talk feed more nutrition on your show. If you'd be up for it.
What's your question?
Well, I was thinking, I could talk about my experiences with, I've used a couple of your products, so I just want to let everybody else know how they've been going.
Just go, yeah, whatever you want to say. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I appreciate what you've been doing.
Oh, no, don't stop. Don't talk about how great my products are. Gee whiz.
With your supplements there. As far as the clean ingredients, I haven't seen any other companies that have been so focused on the clean ingredient aspects of the supplements.
Thank you.
You know, for being so popular, Ryback, you're getting me less viewers than Ari Jane did. And she had less than 100 subscribers. You have, what is it, 100,000? 433,000. And this video has 3.3 thousand views. That's not a good ratio. That goddamn Vince McMahon and his conspiracy theory against you and only you, Ryback.
Like, I can't speak for all the supplements because so far I've taken the Wake Up Unlimited Energy, the Finish It, and your
Finish it. If only I had a drop and loads drop. Finish it on my face.
The ISO Hungry protein, which is, I think, maybe the greatest protein that I've found on the market today.
That's the best protein on the market. I've got some all natural protein you need to try out, buddy.
Thank you. No, that's just I want the best for myself, and I put a lot into this. And
oh yeah,
it costs more money to produce and to make and everything.
Headroom
but it's worth
broadcasting.
It. And unfortunately,
our
the
president
of the
Max
companies don't think that.
I think
way.
I need some more headroom.
But it is. I can't control them, but I can control what I put out there, and I'm trying to make.
There we go. Now we match Ryback.
Industry, so I'm glad that there's people like you that recognize that.
Ryback and I working for Headroom Industries.
Far
I hope Max Headroom likes what we're doing here with all the headroom that we've got on our program.
Healthier than anything that a lot of the other companies are putting out, and there's some other really great companies. Really, a lot of them are more like there's natural holistic companies that will make
holistic
protein powder. They don't really have a full line.
The only satanistic holistic company on the market. Join us at Holistic
or a large line. But there are other ones that do the right thing, and so
I did a large line last night. That's why I was up so late.
There are some, but the majority really just don't care, and it always has bothered me. So
yeah, it seems like they just want to make money, which is fine. Like you want to make money as a business, but
fucking company wanting to make money, what a bunch of twats.
Of course,
if you're providing something
of value and doesn't hurt people,
benefit of others.
That's what I've said all along, and this is my capitalism is great when everybody wins. Capitalism is bad when you sell something that hurts people.
That is such an insight. I think Gary Delabate has some similar, very profound words.
I thought you and I were really happy together when there were happy times. Unfortunately, it wasn't all the time.
When it's good, it's good. Unfortunately, it's not good always. What a fantastic way to talk about commerce. It's good when it's good, but it's not good all the time.
Or that is not good for people, and you take their money on something that is not actually giving value to them overall long term, and that's a big problem. A lot of the problems that exist in this world are from capitalism for bad, and I just think it doesn't need to.
The big problem is that Shafir woman on All Elite Wrestling. You created the problem. Holy shit! What a promo! Holy shit! That was taped, and they let that go through. Oh, Tony Khan and your oversight, you silly boy.
Capitalism is great when it's done the right way. When you have pure intentions, and making money is a beautiful thing, and it's a great thing. I don't think most people don't have a problem with.
Whoa, careful making money. I believe wasn't it Barry Windham that got put away from making his own money? Yeah, that's a big problem. Making your own money. That's a federal crime, Ryback.
Money with it when it's done the right way. And if I'm giving you a product, if you can't sleep.
Yeah, you see, you make your own ones. No one is looking for a phony one. Everyone is giving the 50 the test. 20s get the test some places. Hundreds, of course, get the test. 5s, I don't think I've seen 5s get the test, but ones don't get the test. We are just printing off phony ones here. We're making our own money.
And you've had issues sleeping your whole life, and I give you a product that helps you sleep and actually is healthy for you.
He had sleeping in his whole life. Oh, what's the man that slept for 1,000 years? It wasn't John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name was My Name Too. He wasn't the one Methuselah. No, he was 1,000 years old. Who was the Child's Rhyme character who slept for 1,000 years?
For you and does not hurt you in any way, shape, or form, and I solve your problem. I have a feeling you think I've earned that money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like, and so whatever the situation, and that is what I try to look. I try to
Whatever.
be a problem solver for good, because he's have solved a lot of my problems, and that is when.
I don't like where you're going here, talking about this problem solver, final solution type stuff. This is slippery ground, Ryback. Watch yourself. Watch it.
I chose to go into business. I go, I can do this and be this way and stay true to myself. And I think if people kind of can if people can do that with whatever the business they're in, I think good business can be done. And a lot of it's good. It's just better than capitalism for bad.
So what he's saying is the business is going well. Gary Delabate, can you give us a further insight onto Ryback's life?
My professional life is like at a 9, and my personal life is at like a 2.
Oh, gee whiz. Well, at least your professional life is at a 9.
Bad, so.
My status used to be I was trying.
God damn, I'm gonna have to get YouTube Red, especially for
I
our
wanted
buddy
you to look
Ryback, or just stop doing Ryback
I don't want to
episodes.
take too much more of your time. I just have one final question for you. Can you explain to me, because I want to try your pump
Explain
Flex
it,
video as well,
Ryback.
so can you explain to me the difference between that and the Wake Up?
It's non-stimulant on the Pumplex City. With it, it's so we have no caffeine, whereas the Wake Up Unlimited Energy is high caffeine. On it, we also though have it.
Making me want to sing System of a Down. Wake up, Jacob. You wanted to. You wanted to.
6 grams of L-citrulline in it, as well as Vanadil powder as well, and there's I believe 2, 3. There's several other ingredients off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the bottle with it, but the L-citrulline, there's beta.
Careful with that bottle. Put down the bottle. I thought we were past this. Call your sponsor, Ryback.
Alanine, 2 grams of beta alanine as well, which is helps for aerobic and
2 grams of beta. I thought you was an alpha male.
anaerobic function, and
I just can't escape Chip Chipperson.
Essentially, it's a pre-workout without the caffeine for people that are caffeine sensitive. The only thing it does not have the arginines, whereas the Wake Up has the 3 grams of the L-arginine.
Jump.
Like that video. I did that as a joke. It is the best thing that I've done.
Okay, let's hear about Ryback's funny joke. I was accused of having an unfunny joke, which I could see. I could see there was not enough dry humor around it for them to understand that was a joke about a loan shark.
It's amazing, but yeah, man, I just wanted to. I watched a few more of your videos, and
Whoa! I need that face. I need that face. Not that one. It's almost there. It's almost there.
More of your videos, and you had me crying this morning. I was watching the ASMR chip video. it has the.
Well, is Ryback getting into ASMR too? Let's do an ASMR show together, Ryback. I got one as well. Look at us. We're a pair. A conspiracy theorist and a dumbass. I'll let you choose who's who.
On your channel, right?
Yeah.
It has almost 4 million views, that fucking video. I was like, holy shit, 120,000 people liked that video.
I did that as a joke. It is the best thing that I've done on YouTube.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt your ASMR stream is the best thing on your YouTube channel.
Brother, I literally go, I need to make a video this week. I didn't know what to do, and then I go, at the time I was doing trying to do some random things because my channel was growing really, really fast. And so I was like, somebody told me I should do an ASMR video. It's really popular. And so
Your channel may be growing fast, but your viewership isn't. 433,000 subscribers and 3.3 thousand views. I would kill for either one of those, but it's a shitty ratio for you, buddy.
Literally did it making fun of the ASMR community. Yeah, it wasn't done seriously, but I didn't know. I go, what the fuck am I going to eat? And I looked and I go, this fan sent me. I had a.
Okay, so we went with the same thing. When just throwing shit against the wall, I ate some carrots. What did you eat in your ASMR stream, big guy?
Box of Canadian snacks that I hadn't opened that a fan sent me to my P.O. box. So I had all this junk food in this big box of.
Hey, that doesn't follow your feed me more diet. You're supposed to be on a protein diet, not a sweets diet. Goldberg is going to kick your ass. Not in a match. just in general.
Candies and different like pretzels and chips from Canada. So it was a Canadian bag of Ruffles, all dressed. And I go, fuck, I'm gonna do this. And
Are we calling our ball sack a Canadian bag now? I kind of like that. I might roll with that if I remember. My Canadian bag needs some attention, lady.
there it is.
Bro, that honestly, it's so epic. I was laughing my ass off the whole time. And man, it just shows like that side of your personality that people like. I don't know if people can tell it was a joke, but it was fucking hysterical.
No, brother, people comment on it that it's like they listen to that to go to bed every night, and I'm just like,
faster for us, buddy.
My this is not even my supplement manufacturer. Like I'm friends with the owner of the supplement. The guy
It wasn't even a Ryback that made me go to a time and a quarter. It's this caller.
Manufactures my supplements, and he goes, brother, he goes, I'm not even kidding you. He goes, kids of this generation, he goes, we're so fucked. He goes, my kids fall asleep to your chip video. They love your chip.
Oh yeah, kids this generation are so fucked. They are introduced to sexuality so quickly, but hopefully it's with each other and not Uncle Paul.
Video. He goes,
or Aunt Paulina, Colleen. She's still around doing stuff. Hopefully not children anymore.
He's like, I walked in and they were watching it before bed, and he goes, like, dude, I tell you, I get stopped in the gym by like young kids, like teenagers. I think they're gonna fucking like put me over for wrestling because they're staring at me so hard, and they come over.
Nope, they don't know who the fuck you are. Young kids, it's too late. Like a year in 2014 to a niche audience. Young kids were too young. They weren't WWE fans yet, and
the chip guy.
Go on.
They don't even. They have no idea that I've ever fucking wrestled my entire life. They just they know me from the ASMR chip video.
Oh, that's fucking great. I love that you have more popularity from your ASMR joke video than you do from wrestling nowadays. And as Ryback and I have pointed out to the audience, it is all Vince McMahon's conspiracy theory. Not everyone believes you, Ryback. What do you have to say to those people who say, no, you just lost popularity? Vince McMahon doesn't have a conspiracy. He's not holding you down. You're crazy, Ryback.
If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the
I am
defendant...
not crazy.
I think you are.
Like there's so many positive things, and then you have the negative things, obviously. But like something like that, like you did a video for 4 minutes just joking around, and it blows up. Like you would have never thought that video would be your most viewed video, right?
No, not at all. There's people too that like I've been
Is that part of the big Vince McMahon's conspiracy to keep you down? Only your ASMR content can be seen by people, Ryback? Is that is that what Elon Musk and Vince McMahon had a handshake deal behind closed doors to keep a wrestler from 2014 down?
Been told that I'm on billboards in other countries when that like during COVID that was really popular. So there, I was told that
you weren't on billboard during COVID. Bullshit.
Other countries,
2020
I was on billboards.
Shenanigan.
Picture of me eating the chip, I don't understand.
Wait. You was eating the chip? Fucking stop eating me, Ryback.
One bit. Like I have no, but like you can't control those things. But like some people like make fun and they go, "Oh, you're a meme," and like I go, "One, that video has been my most popular video, and like that's a good thing." And I go, the joke's gonna be like if I go.
That's why I'm getting on the ASMR bandwagon. Why the fuck not? Easy content to create, even easier than React content like this, and it's got more views than Donkey Lips. Like that is my standard bearer. If it's got more views than Donkey Lips, I'm gonna do it again because I'm doing another Donkey Lips at some point.
Ruffles deal, like that's gonna be the real joke.
Exactly.
I am looking for episodes of Singled Out, the original MTV Singled Out. I need to find them. I need to sift through them online. Donkey Lips got to the stairs. I need that. I need to pull that.
And it's so what I did was like I look at the most popular videos first, like that, then I go through them all, you know.
Yeah.
But other people do that too, and you get fans that weren't wrestling, like you said, like little kids who don't know you from your time in wrestling. Now they know you as the chip guy, the guy who does reviews online, and then now you.
Wait. I'm the fucking chip guy. Back off from my territory there, Ryback.
You have a whole different fan base, like we were talking about yesterday, right? So
yeah, that chip video is going to make it to TV too. That's going to be used. It's going to be.
Fuck yeah.
if I get this Goldberg match and I do my what I have in mind,
you're not going to get that Goldberg match. The only Goldberg match you're going to have is in a back alley when he tells you to leave me the fuck alone. Oh, I should have played Lily Tomlin saying that.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Is all Goldberg's going to say to you, talking about this match you're attempting to get going.
First, when he issues his first statement in the ring, that chip video is going to pop up on the fucking Tron of me just eating the chips, just fucking trolling him. That's yeah. And you just hear the crunch, and then me on the with the spotlight, just eating the Ruffles, like not giving a fuck.
Okay, so yeah, you want chips, I want carrots. Yeah, you want a loud food for your horse shit ASMR stream. And I think I've got some extra horse shittery for this next week's ASMR stream. Why not? Let's keep going. Post that on TikTok. Maybe that'll get my TikTokery to the monetization level. Well, I need to post on TikTok just in general. That's part of the phase 1 monetization is get TikTok monetization. And I haven't been doing that for shit.
Me and LeBron James just doing commercials for fucking Ruffles into the early 2020s.
Okay, let's jump. I've had enough of this ASMR talk.
I agree with him on that, yeah.
I promise you, and that's I 100%.
Is this the same caller? This sounds like the same caller. Man, you say you don't need a co-host, but then you have a caller on for 20 minutes at a time. That's kind of a co-host with shitty audio. I got a mic. It's an upgrade, Ryback.
Put it into something else. Like, of course, you're not going to feel as sad as you would because it's improvement. You're improving something.
Yeah.
You know. So,
but I think too, like if there's like outside of weight training on like the days that you're able to do that, because what you're going to find, what's going to start to happen is you're once you start getting in that routine and that starts ish on the fucking on that the.
Still sounds like the same guy. Still sounds like they are talking about weight training stuff.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I haven't been on TV in 7 years, and I feel like it's worse than ever.
What? Whoa! They're getting closer all the time. All right.
And when they see people do well, they feel like shit themselves, and they want to bring you down. Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Kevin Brennan. Yeah, that's a better show than this one.
And that's the truest saying that there is. And I hope you do well, big guy. Thanks for always having me on, and I love talking to you. Hopefully one day I get to meet you, and we can shoot the shit in person.
We will, buddy. I'm telling you, you get going back in the gym, get a little routine going, and get some sauna. Try to do the sauna in the gym just 3 days a week.
Yeah, buddy. You get back into the gym, but make sure you got some lube, because when you get back into the gym, you don't want to hurt them too bad.
Days are like do the sauna on the days you're not training.
I'm gonna have to make an effort to not transform into Chip Chipperson. I mean, that's the intellectual property of Jim Norton.
I'm telling you,
after all,
within like 3 months, I guarantee I can't wait to talk to you if you can do this for 3 months.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep you updated on it. I promise.
All right, I know. Let's do it. All right.
All right, big guy. Have a great Tuesday.
You too, buddy. Be safe. Always love having Shawnee on here. Good deal. Thank you very much, buddy.
Do you love it as much as Chase?
If you guys want to call in, if you're watching on any of the other platforms, swing on over to @Ryback on Twitter. I have a Twitter Spaces going. You just join the show and you hit that request button that you'd like to come on, and you could be the next caller on the Ryback Show.
No. I have much higher ambitions than caller, co-host.
Just taking a look at the chats there.
Well, if you're going to be quiet. Oh, Ryback's putting a lot of commercials in here. Good for our buddy Ryback, getting paid with these commercials, making me spend all that fucking money on YouTube Red one of these days soon. Well, with this viewership, maybe never again. Jesus Christ.
See what's going on from it, and let's move forward, and hopefully, and it doesn't happen again.
And like I said, I actually have a birthday coming up in a few days too, on the 22nd. Because I remember D Foley was saying he turned 38 before me. My birthday's on the 22nd. I turned 29. I'm getting close to 30 myself.
29.
Well, happy early birthday as well to you. That is right around the corner.
My professional life is a 29, and my personal life is a 2.
My professional life is like at a 9, and my personal life is at like a 2.
I pulled those Baba Booey clips especially for Mr. Hello Ryback here. Give us another hello Ryback. Come on.
And unlike D Foley, I actually have a few gray hairs. I have a few Watsons.
The old Watsons.
Yeah, I have about like 8 or 9 Watsons on me. That's why I got my hair.
It's going to happen to all of us. So I'm I'm holding off as long as I'm taking my Moringa capsules. Moringa is really, really good for keeping your hair its natural color. A lot of people don't know that. So I take a lot of Moringa.
So why are you advertising this product? Oh, okay. You got a beard. Keeping your beard non-gray.
And before I go, I just wanted to ask one more thing. It might be a little controversial topic, but bear with me. I was, I don't peek into AEW very often, but I seen a clip the other day of our good friend CM Phillip. He was,
Yes, CM Punk talk. All right, now let's talk about this guy who called you dangerous, sloppy, stupid, and no one came to your defense. Let's talk about this fellow, Ryback.
The commentary team were talking, and there was someone in the crowd, and he went to go hug the man, and the man happened to be, the son of Chris Benoit, David Benoit.
Yeah.
I think it's very unfair how the wrestling world, like promoters and stuff treat David Benoit, because it's not exactly his fault, for what his father did.
David Benoit has coped very well with his father being a murderer. And he wants the rest of the world to cope as well as he did. But, David. Chris Benoit is not going to be looked at in a positive light by everyone else. I'm happy that you have come to terms with it. But no, the rest of the world is not joining you.
Did, and people won't even let him in. Like WWE outright won't even let the guy in the building. It's not his fault for what his dad did. And I just feel very sorry. Like, he's someone I desperately want to meet and tell him, I'm very sorry for everything you've been through, because he shouldn't be punished for the sins of his father, if you know what I mean.
I had him on my show a couple years ago. Maybe not even quite. Maybe it was a couple years ago. Maybe even a little over that now. And I talked to him, and we have each other's number. And I know he wants to get into wrestling, and I think he is a really, really.
And he wants to use his real name. Nope. Don't do that, David Benoit. You look, oh man, but he does look just like Chris Benoit.
Yeah. And I told him too.
Call him what you will. You're gonna have to wear a mask, but don't be Pegasus Jr. Well, the fans will get it. Like, as smarky and smart as the wrestling fans are now, like, you can't even put him under a mask and people not know who he is, can you? Because David Benoit, you can't be a Benoit, and that fucking Benoit face of yours, you're going to need a mask for the general public to not Chris Benoit you. I could have used a better phrase there. They're not going to actually murder him with the crippler crossface.
I understand why he probably hasn't done it yet. One, I can't imagine, him and what he's been through. And I try to get, we know how wrestling fans are with this.
Oh yeah, they're talking.
Yeah, and I say fans, there's a lot of great fans. So I'm talking more about the negative, the mark portion, the hateful people. They are brutal, and he's already gotten it. And he's not even, So
are we not going to talk about Punk? Are you just going to slide right by the CM Punk talk?
It's in wrestling. He's gonna get more hate than he's ever gotten his entire life, and it's going to be the most fucked up. So he needs to be, and I'm sure he's well aware of it. With it, but it's we all know that it's unacceptable, it's not right, and he had nothing to do with.
He was living with his mother at the time.
Yeah, and he's I want him. I hope I get to train with him. I hope that's because I know
you want him. I didn't know you were the homosexual, Ryback. You want David Benoit, huh?
He wanted to move to Vegas, and I hope I get to train with him a little bit too.
Okay, him and I have the same mindset. I'd absolutely move to Vegas.
I know that the wrestling.
I hope Rebar is still there. I've heard that Fremont Street has become much more dangerous, and that's unfortunate. I loved Fremont Street. The best people watching in Vegas was on Fremont Street.
Wrestlers will embrace him. Wrestlers will do, and not just me. Every wrestler I feel would embrace him and want to make his experience and get into the wrestling and let him get going.
I believe there's a fair chance, just like anyone else,
Well, I don't even see why it wouldn't. There's nothing that why this guy shouldn't be involved in wrestling if he wants to be, but I think it's a good step that he's there. And I don't know, and I know he mentioned it before on the show that WWE, and I don't know if they don't want to be involved.
But Punk,
them and
CM Punk,
WWE thing.
Like, he's someone I desperately want to meet and just tell him, hey man,
I'm going back to CM Punk.
I'm sorry you had a rough life, because I can't even imagine. His father.
Well, CM Punk isn't in the title of the video. I'm sure if there would have been Punk talk, he would have put it in the title of the video. That's a strategy by people who have no viewers whatsoever, putting someone's name first in the title. So people who have no audience whatsoever use that lame attempt to get more viewers by putting a more popular person's name in the title, especially up first, which Jeff Jarrett is first on this one.
If you ask me the best wrestler of all time, his dad's in the top 3.
He's one I loved him too. Yeah.
It was a very intense, very intense guy, very serious, and like I said, considerably one of the best to do it. It's just unfortunate.
Let's go.
His last hours define who he is.
But that's his, and for people that we all know him as the wrestler, that was his father and his brothers. And like to have to live through something like that, only he, like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, there's
so
just
how
no
brave
more
and how much
CM
courage
Punk talk, is there? Got me
she has, and like
all
because a lot of
excited
people
that something fun was going to happen.
So I'm just in work.
And it's unfortunate. He's just a victim of circumstance, and some people punish him for, like I said, the last few moments of his father's life, and it's very unfortunate because his father was probably one of the most respected people in wrestling before that happened. I grew up he was one of my favorites, admittedly, growing up, so that's why I'm very passionate. Because when I was young,
I've got to be careful. That looks very bad. Just throwing it back like that. Carl from Who Are These Podcasts actually mentioned that he always keeps his glass to the top, so he doesn't. And that looks. Let's see that again. That big throwback that you had there.
I said the last few moments of his father's life, and it's very unfortunate because his father was probably one of the most respected people in wrestling before that happened. I grew up.
Too late.
He was one of my favorites, admittedly, growing up, so that's why I'm very passionate. Because when I was young,
Looks like
my
King
three favorites
Kong,
were, Steve Austin,
Godzilla taking a building down there.
He happened to be one of those, and it's just very, very unfortunate,
Yeah, I agree.
But I won't keep you too long. I just wanted to, like I said, I have stuff to do.
Too late.
DHS, but I wanted to pop in whenever I get the chance. And like I said, if you ever need a co-host for the gaming stuff, let me know. I'll always help you out if I'm.
Hey, that's my bag. Get the fuck out of here.
No, thank you. Your creator wrestler is great. I did quite well last week.
Yeah, I watched the stream. You beat CM Punk at the Chamber.
I won the main event. I think I went 3-3 for the day, but I got the moves. I'm definitely like the moveset way better than what I was playing with before. So thank you.
Let me take you to my training boot camp. I'll get you like prime at the game, dude.
I got to start learning combos. I'm now at the point I'm getting comfortable with it. So I'm going to start I'm only going to get better. So.
Oh, good for you.
Glad you're getting better.
You're the best. Thank you very much. Get your stuff done, and I look forward to having you back on.
All righty. I'll try and be on the next one. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's a good for a Gary Delabate comeback. Thank you.
Hello.
Real quick.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars?
He's
Wasting
really loading
tons
these
of
up with
time
commercials.
on troubleshooting with
I don't recall
attendees?
having any commercials. He figured out how to insert commercials into his live streams. Well done, sir. You did a thing, Ryback. You figured out a thing after years on YouTube. You figured out how to insert the commercials that were missing a couple of weeks ago.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying Booker T accepted my challenge. That's great if so, because
they're fucking with you, right? Booker T wants nothing to do with you.
And then hopefully I always said I wouldn't go back to WWE. What I would do is I would go back for one fight now that they're owned by Endeavor. I think that they would.
They don't want you. They don't want you. WWE don't want you. Why would they want you if there's this big conspiracy theory going on? Or I'm sorry for calling it a theory. This big conspiracy going on with Vince McMahon working with the other billionaires who own social media to keep the big guy down. Why would you even fathom going back to that place of terribleness?
Getting an MMA sanctioned 5-minute round fight for one of the pay-per-views. Right?
Oh, he wants to fight for the UFC portion. You've never had a professional fight though? Like Punk got his ass kicked, but Punk did have a professional fight. The Baxter here, the Ryback Stockman here has never had a professional fight. I don't think you're going to do so well in that endeavor, especially since they're now under the umbrella of the people who are actively keeping you down.
With that, we'll see. Because he's under contract there, right? He wants to defend them every which way with everything, and he chose to get involved in my issues with them. So we'll see what happens with all of that. I don't know about anything else. Haven't heard what he said exactly. So once I know more on that, we could say. But I think that's something that because I would never wrestle there, but a fight.
I would never work for that company, but I would work for that company.
With that, because I'm at the point with everything I'm dealing with that I think that's a pretty. I think people would be interested in that. So we'll see what his take is on that.
People, two people would be interested in that. Two people are more than a person, so technically he is right there. CM Punk, what were his comments about you? I think it would be the same comments that Goldberg would have of your match.
You are trashing my scene.
Was somebody saying he said on the spot? Yeah, what? I don't give a fuck.
Spot a pot.
I'm not like it's like he can do whatever he wants to try to do, whatever he thinks he's gonna do. So it ain't happening. It ain't going his way. I can tell you that much.
You better chase him down.
I know he said his shit, said his bullshit. I tried to be the bigger person and have a conversation, and then
you tried to be the bigger person with steroids, and you did it, buddy.
He was a little bitch once again, saying that I was making demands. So that's
little bitch. I heard your sister is going out with Squeak.
That's what that is. With it, we'll see. That's just where I'm at. With it, he could have picked up the phone at any point in time. His brother was
That's where I'm at with that. I was over here now. Now I'm over here now.
Was the cool one. His brother always has been with that. And Booker wants to be a little kiss ass to WWE and all that shit. Good luck.
Booker knows where his paychecks are coming from.
With all that, we'll see how they treat you. We'll see how they treat you when it's all said and done. I know how they'll treat you. You've got one way that needs to go for you with it. So
they treat Booker like a king. That's a King of the Ring joke.
I think we'll see. I said I'll never go back to WWE.
He then started doing the last King of Scotland accent when he was king, and then for no reason whatsoever brought it to TNA with him. Fucking Booker. Good stuff. He was on the path to be the next breakout star. And then what was it? WrestleMania 19. Triple H was like, no, we shouldn't have him win. We should have me win. And that path was altered. Like he was so close to being a breakout star for the company. He's just a wildly entertaining person.
So I think we'll do it though.
Gold Dust and Booker T sketches from back in the day. Those two interacting, it was just absolutely entertaining and amazing. And as far as I know, there ain't shit like that going on in WWE. They've got the As the World Turns bloodline thing going on. But entertaining. Oh, I guess Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn has been in a holding pattern for months, hasn't he? He hasn't done anything fun for a while.
Do it though for a fight with Endeavor on a WWE live premium live event. He's under contract. You don't think Vince wouldn't take advantage of that? Come shut me the fuck up, Booker. With it, it's me versus WWE. You representing him. How's that sound? With it, I'm sure we can get a charge. We can get in contact with my agent, and we can get this all
Booker likes walking. He's not going to have a match with you.
situated really, really quickly, really easily. How much time do you need? We'll get it all worked out with it. So we can make some really cool stipulations.
Well, it's not the time that he needs to prepare. It's the time of rehab he needs to learn how to walk again after he's done having the match with you.
Too, once I see how serious you are. But my thing is this. If you don't know about a situation.
My thing is this, about 8 inches.
And you're going to take shots, multiple times. And you don't know, you don't have all the facts. And, maybe you should just shut the fuck up. And I'm not the only one that's telling you that. There's a lot of other people. You're a little corporate kiss ass.
And I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. It's a whole shut the fuck up circle. This is fun.
Get your paycheck from them. But brother, you got involved in business that's not yours. This is real life. This ain't an angle. So it's like, just shut the fuck up. But like I told you, let's fight.
So it's not a perk angle. Ooh, a lot of commercials. A lot of commercials in here. I think there's more than there should be. That's a big reason why I stopped watching Conrad Thompson 10-minute clips, is because in those 10-minute clips, Conrad Thompson will put a commercial every 2.5 minutes. And Conrad, just because you can put a commercial every 2.5 minutes on your 10 minutes videos, doesn't mean you should put like maybe one up front and maybe one at the end, but even that's pushing it. I think Cornette does one commercial for a 10-minute clip on YouTube, and that's about proper. Damn you, Conrad. Well, I lost the sound. Oh, because I put it on mute for the commercial. That's why I put it on. And I was a big fan of Conrad's stuff when he had just a few shows. I mean, that one with Tony Schiavone. Schiavone doesn't have a good memory. It's Conrad Thompson's fault that this false narrative that Tony Schiavone is a good announcer has gotten going again. And what fucking clip was I going to play? I don't know. I was vamping till I could get the clip I wanted to play, and I forget which clip I want to play. So back to the big guy.
Whole time at least. And Brock is still going strong, but he's not there.
Oh, now I remember talking about Conrad Thompson and being a fan, and now he has 14 shows a week that are all wrestlers talking instead of just the one. And oh shit, I took it off the board. God damn it. Son of a
every week
bitch.
doing all the live
Setting up a
events and
clip I
everything,
don't
so
even
he's
have
able
on
to
the
keep going.
board
He
anymore.
should be
Fuck
fine doing
me. Give
the
me the
songs. He's
golden
been really smart with how it's
turkey
worked
award. Jesus.
with that. I mean, it's really an individual case-by-case basis with the guys and what specific injuries they've had.
Definitely, and then from like a wear and tear basis,
Yeah.
too, isn't it true like heels take more damage too because they have to feed the comeback? Is that like a thing where it's like they're like so they might not be able to last as long as like a baby face?
It depends. I mean, that comes down to a case-by-case basis of how you're working, and the guys that work a more physical style, it's always going to be harder on them. It depends too if you're smaller and working. It works. A lot of it depends on who you've worked too. I took a beating in the sense I had to wrestle the giants a lot of times. The larger because I was able to pick them up. And it was always like
big
the
booty
Henrys and
white
the big shows
boy.
when
He
came,
knows
Ray
him
Colley.
as the chip guy. Yes, that is who Ryback is now. He is the chip guy. He is no longer known as a wrestler. He's known as the ASMR chip guy. And I'm happy we've got some people in the chat knowing him as the ASMR chip guy, because that's who you are now, Ryback. No one remembers you as a wrestler except yourself.
I wrestled those guys on live events a lot. And so I was actually taking way more bumps than I would normally take when I was working smaller guys and lifting them up. So that took a toll. That's not easy working really, really heavy guys. So if you just scale that down, though, it depends on the size of guys that they're working. And if you're a small guy working, say Otis, and you're working, but you're putting 15, 20-minute matches in every week. And I'm not like I love Otis, but he's a large guy.
But Otis does have to be put in the drunk tank every night.
Or the Bronson Reed, he's a large, heavy guy. With that, if you're working guys like that every weekend and taking a lot of bumps, and it definitely takes its toll on you with that. So, but there might be some guys that are just they've worked, they get paired up with good guys.
This guy was in
they're able to
WWE,
really
big booty white boy, and he believes that he's still a big name from that 18 months that he had this niche popularity. And he has a conspiracy theory that Vince McMahon and Elon Musk and all the social media people are keeping him down because fame lasts forever.
take care of themselves and they don't really have any major things happening. It's so unpredictable. It's hard just to say this.
It was a time and a place in which tens of thousands of people knew who you were. And you might be getting back to that with your ASMR streams. I mean, that's why we do horseshit ASMR. That's why I do horseshit ASMR. Got a new spin on it this week. See you Sunday for the ASMR stream. 11:30 a.m.
It's a short part of the match of only a few bumps usually. So
yeah, definitely. And before I jump off, I just want.
Yeah, Ryback never. I've heard he made 2 appearances outside of WWE when he quit, got fired. I think it was one of those situations where he quit, got fired. He came to the table with these ridiculous demands. They're like, "Fuck you," and he was like, "Well, fuck you." So, quit, got fired situation, I believe, Ryback in WWE, and then he did. I'd have to do this research. I have no recollection of him doing anything outside WWE to keep his name big, as big as his steroid muscles and acne on his back. But he seems to think that he should be that famous forever in perpetuity. Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy.
Probably my favorite Ryback moment was when we saw Mick Foley getting beat up in the back, and remember the camera cut to you when you came to save him. I don't remember that.
Wait, which was this?
I think this was when Mick Foley was getting beat up. I think it was when you were feuding with Punk.
Yeah.
And he was
talking around CM Punk again. We want you to talk about Punk. We want your side of the story. I'm sure it's buried somewhere, but we want to hear it once a month. Tell us about what you think of Punk and how he called you dangerous and no one came to your defense. Ryback.
Mick Foley in the back, and then all of a sudden the camera cut and somebody saved them, and then the camera cut to you. It was pretty cool. I remember. This got to be 2011, maybe 2010. This was a while ago.
Yeah, no, that had to have been 2012 probably. With the Foley stuff. Yeah. I got it was really
okay,
cool.
So I was off. This is over 10 years ago that you had some popularity. Okay, it was the Shield. I remember this. Your feud with Punk was when the Shield debuted. So that's when that was the year that Ryback had popularity. I guess, 2012. It's over 10 years ago that you believe you should still be riding high off that little piece of popularity.
With Foley on multiple occasions up there too. I was always really happy about it. He was always really good with me, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, so I'm gonna drop off. I'll let somebody else jump on. Thanks so much for having me on.
You're welcome, brother. You have a good one. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Brandon.
Let's go.
Good to see all of you in here.
Welcome
Wow, a lot of commercials. Yeah, you're going by the Conrad Thompson type, where you are just loading this up with commercials. And gee whiz, Conrad Thompson, why did you do that? I was a big fan of yours, and then you just have as many commercials as you do a clip.
No! God damn it! You fucked it up! God damn you!
Yeah, that's why I haven't been watching the Conrad clips on YouTube recently, Lily. All right, we're about out of time here on the arbitrary 1 hour time that I gave this show. That can bleed over or under, depending.
Phoenix or Kendra West?
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna. I'm gonna go Phoenix on that. Yeah, that's in all fairness. 30 days.
Going Beth Phoenix. I think he has a thing for Phoenix Marie. When I stumbled onto his gameplay stream, he was talking about Phoenix Marie, and I just jumped right on board. She's a queen, but he seems to. I was doing it as a bit, but great tits, great double anal scenes. Good going, Phoenix Marie.
His ain't too bad though, so any of those would have been, but Phoenix,
queen of the anal variety.
If I get two Phoenix and Kendra, Dolph and them can see me when I get fucking back. I just talked to Phoenix earlier. She gets back into town this week, so I'll hopefully see her this week.
I feel like Walter White. There's a fly in this room, and I want to fucking murder him.
Sweet. Man, I love the Frenchie and the Bostons, but I had pit bulls all growing up that were great dogs. I just love dogs in general, man. But Sophie and Little Guy are the two.
Yeah, I love dogs too. Someone needs to love those ugly broads.
Biggest characters I've ever had. Like I love Frenchies and Bostons together. Their personalities are so awesome together. It's so tough. But I like Frenchies in general, though. I just think whenever I love watching the Frenchie videos on Instagram. They're just the.
Oh, do you like watching the Lucky Pierre videos on the YouTube? The very Frenchy Lucky Pierre videos. Well, they do not have those on YouTube. You have to go to the adult site for the Lucky Pierre video.
It's fucking dogs to me.
All right, then last question I'll have.
Fucking dogs to me.
Before I let you go, this one will require a little bit more thought. My friends and I got into a little bit of a wrestling debate, and my argument was that your character, skeletal structure only, was the same kind of character as Goldberg, Warrior, Brock Lesnar, just an evolution of that unstoppable powerhouse. But it
He's accurate. How is Ryback going to take this?
changes when the wrestler themselves does the input, the coat of paint. In Warrior's case, the face paint, the tassels.
Yeah.
In Goldberg's case, kind of that attitude that he brought with it. And Brock too. Brock was more closer to Goldberg, I felt, than your character was.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So am I talking out of my ass with that, or is that kind of the same? Are you guys kind of? I guess.
Do we have Ace Ventura on the phone? Holy Testicle Tuesday.
Solution of the same
Talking
kind
out of his
character
ass.
on a very basic level.
I understand your reasoning and your point on that. I'm just trying to get so there was never any directive on the character for me with people. So I was just simply put in situations of go out and get over. And used my input of what I thought that would get over, and then the producers that helped along the way that gave a little insight, and then I got the catchphrases and the things that they started coming. And
Which producers? Was Harvey Weinstein a fan of you?
I don't know. It's tough because I think there's so much that goes into. I still to this day though think Goldberg was probably in Brock as well, but Goldberg was protected as far as for the time length of that character. For where and then he disappeared for a while and came back to WWE. But his WWE run, the first one, was nowhere not like the WCW run.
Nowhere, not like. Okay, you got 3 negatives. It's a triple negative. So yeah, that's an accurate statement.
Either, but they still stayed true to a lot of his positive characteristics, and he never wrestled overly long matches with that. Whereas I think maybe early on,
Except with Regal. So some wires got crossed there. Regal have a good match with him. Whoops.
That I can see their point on the very similar booking as far as an early on standpoint. But I got put in long matches, a lot longer than those other guys outside of Brock. Brock has worked long matches his whole time, pretty much.
Did you? Did you really get put in long matches? The matches I remember are nameless jobbers. There you'd get 2 or 3 nameless jobbers and just toy with them. Maybe they were longer than Goldberg's matches. I don't remember them being long.
Pay-per-views are depending on who he's working with it, but I don't know. I think the early on version, yes, but as time went on, I think they were.
Yes, he gave us a yes, girl.
They don't book I tell you people this. I wouldn't ever want to be a monster character in wrestling ever again. I don't think unless you get behind it, you got to have a clear. It's like the Wardlow booking. Wardlow was going and they had it going. They could have rode that as far as they wanted to with this, but they chose.
But Tony Khan is a fucking fool. And as soon as Wardlow was done with MJF, they just started burying him, thinking that they were getting him over. They are unfamiliar with what way is up and down over there in the AEW creative department.
Chose to get away from it because I think they think in this day and age that it's not worth it. The short-term success of it has more damage long-term because then it's really hard to transition out of it. And we saw those struggles with Goldberg.
Transition out of it like Tyler Rex?
And like, as far as when you beat guys in such a quick fashion for too long, then you start having to go longer matches. It can be like, there's just like a disconnect for people unless there's a strong character change, which we really haven't seen. So.
Yeah, I can see your point with that because you and Brock,
Tyler Rex had a big character change.
both had to really work. You guys were put in those longer match situations and much more physical, faster in your debuts. Because I think you came back in 2012 just after Mania 28. If I'm not mistaken.
I've got to. Now that I have heard Carl from Who Are These Podcasts say, I always keep my drink near the top, and I'm seeing Ryback with his just. I don't want to do that.
Where you were undefeated and then punk shenanigans in Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
But like until you got to the cell, you were still getting physical. It seemed like, but where you had, I think the difference between you and Goldberg is you were stacking up guys like they were candy, man. You were working 2-3 guys at night.
Yeah.
And Bill didn't really have.
But Goldberg faced Jerry Flynn over and over and over again, and that sounds like an awful match. But two guys not really knowing what the fuck they're doing and going out there and beating the shit out of each other was actually pretty great.
He kind of had the squash match situation. And then he got the title and had to go a little bit longer with Regal and stuff. And he sort of was exposed at that point for his skill set at the time. Where Brock, with the NCAA background that he had, and then you giving it your all and everything, I almost feel like that'd be a more interesting match. But your story with Goldberg is far more interesting, too.
The story is what's going to be. And so I can't tell you guys too much. All I can tell you.
We're over an hour, but he's on Goldberg talk now. I can't turn away now.
Is have faith in me. I thought about this for a long time. It's the perfect thing for the return and the ending. It is. And I have the vision that I have. So much good can come out of this and will come out of this for literally everybody involved that I just think that will be for me and Bill to talk about when I get the
off button on that
on everything. And then and we'll go from there with it. But I understand your reasoning. And like, I'm looking at this from just every little aspect. And there's a lot of things that I want to get accomplished with this that I will be able to get accomplished that without having to tell you too much. That for me, I get it.
I miss Ryback's headphones. Like, please bring back the headphones that you don't wear on your ears, Ryback. I was a big fan of that. I'm really missing them this episode.
I am so highly motivated to get this done because it's going to be good all the way around. But Goldberg too, and what you're talking about, like the Regal, you got to understand too, back in that day, like there was WCW, and I wasn't there, but just from what I was told and knowing different people,
he is determined to get this done. But let's go to Goldberg for some comments on how he would like to do business with Ryback.
Yes! Fuck you too!
Well, that didn't exactly work for my joke, did it? Because he said yes at the beginning. Son of a bitch.
It was a different time and a different environment. Matches were not as well structured at times. With things were a little more chaotic. The directives were, and Regal's talked about it. Like he's told one thing, Goldberg might have been told another thing. Like there were communication errors that were going on at that time as well, from what I understood there. So like that was just pretty much that's not a good reflection of like what Goldberg
talking about the
necessarily
Regal match.
That match was completely off. There's just times where things just fall off the rails, and like if matches are not well planned out, and like I would say at that point,
Don't get your matches wet.
Than good enough to do well laid out matches and things. But
AG1 is so much more than a greens powder. Get yours today.
Good for Ryback learning how to insert commercials in his show after a long time of doing this. Far too long than it should have been. Getting that money, getting paid that money that Vince McMahon is keeping from him by keeping him down.
It was just a thing that happened, and that could happen to anybody if things are a mess and whatnot. But like I understand like what people talk about. He was putting.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get near it if it has a mess in your pants.
Like my thing was what I was doing, and I was doing. They were shorter matches, but with multiple guys and doing a lot more planned out stuff to keep things on track. And then I got put in the thing with Punk, and even then Vince McMahon wanted everything.
Shorter matches with multiple guys. That's kind of how the blowbangs work. The blowbangs don't go as long as the gangbangs, but you get more guys in there to finish off.
10 minutes or less. He didn't want me in the ring over 10 minutes because I was doing such short matches. They wanted to try to gradually increase that so that people had time to adjust with it. But it's a difficult thing. Goldberg did that for a longer period of time because I think mine was maybe about 5-6 months. Of that stretch, maybe a little long, maybe 7, right around that. Where Goldberg was I don't know if it was a year and a half or 2 years, kind of it was pretty drawn out. I felt like of things.
Because he had the house show loops that he was doing.
Well, he won the world title less than a year after he debuted. He should have kept that U.S. title for a bit longer before. But Hogan, I hear it was all a big master plan by Hogan to job to Goldberg on a Nitro and then eventually get the win back. But he didn't get the win back.
Yeah. If you remember watching Nitro,
Hogan is a scheming motherfucker. I believe that he was like, I'll put him over. I'll get the win back in December. Didn't happen.
They definitely adjusted. So it made it. That wasn't accurate from what I understand, right?
Yeah. And if you read Bret Hart's book and some of the other guys, especially when they worked in WCW, clusterfuck is an apt description, but it also felt like, especially when you listen to Goldberg's side of the William Regal match, and then hear what he and DDP both say about their Halloween Havoc match. I think you're dead on.
Are we off Goldberg?
Regal was given directive A. Goldberg
with it, and I know how to do this match and tell the story that needs to be told, and to make this into.
Do you?
I know what to do with this. Where I believe I can have Goldberg's best match of his entire career. I firmly, and I stand behind this. I really believe this. With this, even coming
Goldberg's best match of his entire career. Once again, let's go to a stadium full of fans to hear what they think of you having Goldberg's best match in his career.
I know
Ryback the worker.
I know that I have on the line with all of this. I do think with Brock,
you can. The Undertaker couldn't have a good match with him. Then again, they were in 110-degree heat and very much tired. And Goldberg gave himself a fucking concussion like he does before every match because he's got to slam his head against a locker, cut his head open before he ever gets into the ring. And then he concussed himself even more by fully ramming his head into the turnbuckle. Oh, poor, beautiful Goldberg.
Brock being younger with that, and I know what you're talking about.
Beautiful Ryback.
Different match with that, and I think that is everything that you said it would be with it.
Stay gold, pony boy.
I just say, just sit back, and if I can get this, if I can work my magic and get this done, this is going to be something very, very special in multiple ways, and it's very easy to shit like not you. But
it's going to be very special. I agree with you, Ryback.
People will shit on it, and others. I just say, just let it play out. And let me work my magic and let me see if I can do what I have a good feeling I know I can do. So
how about this magic, Ryback? I'm taking my thumb off my hand. La da da.
Yeah.
Work that magic.
Giant Mack trucks smashing into each other versus you and Goldberg. That's a tape. That's a story. That's something that we can.
And it's a story. And I want you to understand that, so one of my favorite Rocky movies, and all the Rocky movies are great. One of my favorite
Rocky movie is Horror Picture Show.
Favorite ones though was Rocky V with Tommy.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! No one likes Rocky V. Jesus, I don't trust anything you say now. I'm starting to believe that Vince McMahon and Elon Musk don't have a conspiracy against you. Fucking Rocky V is a good movie. Bullshit.
Tommy Gunn in Rocky, in the fight scene at the end where Rocky was old and retired and Tommy Gunn was the big bad fucking guy that nobody thought could, and they had I love that movie with a passion, and I'm not going to tell you too much, but I can just see there's a great story of Goldberg being 56, and still, and it just
we found the Rocky V fan.
I really
here he is. We found him. There he is. There's the Rocky V fan over there on the screen next to me. I'm still getting used to this not being mirrored.
Believe I can be the Tommy Gunn to get him to get that one last performance out of him. The way to motivate him.
No one likes Tommy the Machine Gun.
And I really think I can
in that case, yes, you are Tommy the Machine Gun. Yeah, let's let him go. We've been at this almost 70 minutes now. Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund in the back for a promo as we get through with this Ryback episode.
Title defense for my guest at this time, Greg the Hammer Valentine. The challenger will be Tito Santana.
Tito Santana.
Greg, come back here. Come back here. Greg, you may laugh about Tito Santana, but Greg, come back here. Come back here. This man is serious. Greg, you come in here, you shout, you rave, you just go on and on and on. Julie.
He raves. He's got his glow sticks.
Please, if you'd come on in here. I want to know, if you sit across from each other at the dinner table, does this guy sit and yell? Does he pass the fucking potatoes?
Certainly the hell does.
That's what I thought.
Does this guy pass the fucking potatoes? We want Cardiff over here. Pass the fucking potatoes. And our next clip is a tag team. As we've mentioned many times, and you see in our opening, Ryback doesn't need a fucking co-host, despite how much he needs a fucking co-host. And Ricky Berwick has been having this lady on recently. I believe Ricky has got a co-host, and it's been working out nice for him. He's got sex appeal along with his silliness now.
Wow. What does his cock do?
This could be us, Goldberg. I would be the pretty lady. You would be Ricky. Or no, Ricky's the funny one. Maybe I would be Ricky. And you would be the pretty lady, Ryback. That's a loud cock.
Wow. Let's do that again. No.
See, Ryback, sometimes you need your co-host to keep you on track. And was that guy, we've got the third mic, Chad Zumock, there in the back, playing with Remy the Rat, offering just as much to the audience as Chad Zumock does during his broadcasts. We have got a fan of Ryback's. We have someone who says, feed me more. Let's check out this fan of Ryback who will feed me more. I think she might live in Alaska. Kept her groceries outside. I would have ate that first and then the ranch. I'm a fan of mustard, but this is a bit much. I don't think I could do that. She is a big fan of mustard. Much bigger fan than I am, and I thought I liked mustard. Let's see, what's this one? Do we have time for more? Well, it's up to me if we have time for more. Instead of a sexy clown today, we are going to check in with Anita Fitmom. We haven't seen her in a little bit. We've only seen her on one episode. Anita Fitmom, let's talk about pottery.
So people are usually asking me for tips and tricks when doing pottery, and I am no expert by any means, as you can
You misunderstood me. I wasn't asking for tips.
see. My piece is a little wobbly right now, but usually they say to use caution when things are slippery when wet. But actually in pottery, it's the exact opposite. Nothing goes as planned if things are not slippery and wet. So it helps keep the piece in line. It helps form
Piece
the
in
piece
line,
more
piece in
easily.
line.
So that is my tip and trick for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my live, and I will see you soon. Bye.
I have got more than just a tip for Anita Fitmom, and we have one more video also relating. I guess I should share it first before there we go. One more pottery talk before we get out of here. We had Anita Fitmom giving us some pottery tips, and now we have another talker giving us some satisfying pottery after getting them all made. Fuck you, pot. Fuck you, pot. My favorite one is where he just jammed his middle finger right into that one. And I pulled more clips, but we're already running along. We'll have Sexy Clowns again next week. What is next week? Oh, yes, ASMR stream on Sunday. I'm getting progressively weirder with it. 3 co-host auditions. The schedule will be out hopefully by Saturday. And tomorrow, I believe I will be debuting a new show, a spinoff of the Where in the TikTok is Balin segment from the Stuttering John Shuli's Detractor show. I need a fucking break from that show. I don't know how Carl from Who Are These Podcasts makes a living off of listening to something he hates all the time. And that was just getting too much for me, spending so much brain power on something I detest. So I might come back to it. Maybe I'll have a co-host. John, I don't believe it'll be him. We are still blocked on Twitter. Massive mistake. But having trouble communicating with him. Yeah, that show may or may not be back. I've got stuff on the drawing board for why Shuli stinks, because it's a big list. It's a big old list. You got to call it quits sometime and live your life and do your own show. Well, I'm saying you, the royal you, talking about me. We've had a few viewers throughout this whole time, and thank you so much. So I'm not just talking to myself. I hope that ASMR listener will tune in for my ASMR stream. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming. Now go away and